Welcome back to another Overlord Season 3 review. Today is Episode 6. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together we're Couch Talk. As always, we are anime viewers only, no source material. And we're going to discuss the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready?
Let's do it.
So we start off with Lord Fluter trying to get some terrible CGI to submit. But as he learns, it's impossible. They're not there yet. They're not there yet. He's like, if I could, I'd be basically the strongest mage dude, or up there at least. Not the strongest, but
right
up there. But bad CGI. It's really hard to get a hand on and just control it, man. It looks like they're experimenting with trying to see if like skeletons can become zombies.
Yeah, they have them out farming.
Farming down in the caves. I think they were messing with some graves or farming dead people.
Right.
So yeah, we're in Baharuth Empire, the Ministry of Magic. It's like we're in some Harry Potter.
I'll say that's some Harry Potter shit right there. I think it's actually the same name. Like I think
it is. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, ooh, Harry Potter.
We're at Hogwarts. All right.
So yeah, we got
this
Lord
episode was just lots of characters.
Yeah, lots of characters building out more of what's going to be happening next, I guess. So Lord Ainz and Nabe. That's it. I was trying to remember her name, but they're kind of walking down. They're talking a little bit about the Baharuth Empire and how like Emperor Nyx, or he did a lot of bloodshed, kind of like Ivan the Terrible. But unlike Ivan the Terrible, he brought them together basically like based on merit.
Right. He kind of revamped everything.
Yeah, revamped everything. It doesn't matter if you were born a noble or not, as long as you have the merits, you can be at the top.
Right.
Which is kind of different than the other empire or whatever, with the princess and them.
Most empires.
Yeah, like, because in this episode, the one, get Stronov out of here because he's not a noble. They don't care about merits as much, or at least that prince didn't.
Right.
But yeah, and then they kind of reflect back on Demiurge's plan, but they don't say anything in it.
Right. It's
kind of like an unnecessary flashback. Like, oh, it's Demiurge. Well, I would have assumed there's a plan here. You've had a plan behind everything you've done. I didn't need a flashback to tell me Demiurge has a plan and then not say anything about said plan.
Right. He's like, it was an amazing plan with no alternative. And I was like, first of all, I don't even know the plan. Second of all, is there really no alternative?
Like,
You're like the strongest being ever. You could just wipe the city with a snap if you wanted. Like
Thanos. We know the objective, and that's to make Nazareth like official country.
Right.
But we don't know the plan to get them to do that. Really.
I think that's the whole confusing. Why couldn't they just tell us?
But we get to go see Nyx. He's a young dude.
Is this the same guy from episode 1, season 2, who was with that weird girl? I want to say it is. I should have looked, but I can't actually remember. Because that would spice things up if it was.
I can't quite remember, actually. I do find out, like, oh, it's almost time for our annual war. It's like... What is an annual war? Like,
we gotta get ready for war.
We have like a 1 month long war, and then we take the next 11 off, and we're like, all right, back to our war. Kind of funny, but he has Fluter looking into Yaldabaoth, so Demiurge, a little bit, and he's like, he also wants to investigate Momon and Ainz.
Right.
So I don't know if he thinks there's a connection there, or if he just wants to, investigate the two, and then
I think
something, and coincidentally, You know, they
Well,
have.
didn't Dimir when he attacked as
Yeah, he fought Mohan. So
Yeah, but didn't he fight under Ainz? Didn't he like announce that? Did he? Actually
yeah,
can't remember. I don't know if that's true. Actually, I don't think it was true.
I don't think so.
Because I was trying to see if there was like I guess it's just a coincidence. He wants to.
Yeah. And he does mention something about the war against evil deities 200 years ago and how it might repeat. So I'm guessing 200 years ago they fought against other strong gods, I guess. Which I guess could be possible. Like, oh no, I was gonna make some weird theory, but it doesn't work because this is first time like there's a VR game. It'll be like maybe someone else got pulled into the world before 200 years ago. But
I mean, maybe.
Maybe without the power of VR, it could have happened. So there's that going on. Then we got that's when we go back to like Princess Renner and the King and them with the Barbo. I think I wrote down Barbo's the other brother. It's kind of like cocky piece of shit.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying. That's what my first instinct. I'm like, all right.
He's like, I just want to go fight everyone. I'll defeat the demons and the Baharuth Empire. We'll just take everyone on like easily.
Right.
And, Renner and the one other brother is like, dude, stop talking. Like, you have no idea how anything works here. We're missing 100,000 people taken by
right. That's a lot of people to just go missing. Jesus Christ.
Then this is where it becomes character introduction episode where it's like we got the bar of Hecarim and Robert Dyke, and they meet up with like Imana and Arche. So they're like workers. They're like the off-brand adventurers.
The off-brand adventure. The off-brand what?
They don't work with the guild. They do their own thing. Right. They're like mercenaries more so than guild mercenaries. So
right.
They're the people that are just in it for the money, essentially. But Arche comes from a family that lost their nobleship due to Nyx and stuff. Since it's all about merit. But her father is gonna keep trying to pretend to be a noble by just buying extravagant stuff with the money he doesn't really have anymore.
He's got to keep that lifestyle. He's ready.
That's a real thing. Like people, they get a lot of money, they start spending it, and that becomes their lifestyle. And the next thing you know, they're broke because they keep spending money and they can't live without that.
Right.
But Arche is special in that she can see magic tears like in their talents and stuff. So
can't wait till she sees
Momon
and burst with just power. He can use level 500 magic. Level 10, but you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But those four are on a mission to like a ruin that's out. They do mention like I can't read the map. The maps, look like gibberish to me.
I can't read.
Because they got hired by some rich people. It looks like, and they mentioned there was a small village. Do you think that small village is Carne?
Yeah.
And then the ruins are
I think it's
fake
the
Nazarick?
fake Nazarick, yeah. That was my guess.
Which would explain why Momon wants to join in on this.
So is he just testing these people? See, they're going to get destroyed. So, I mean, they're going to get straight up ran through.
Yeah, the only other character that I mentioned here is Arya, who is supposed to be like, he's that really rude dude or whatever, fancy guy who's like supposedly an equal.
The other dickhead this episode.
The other one. So he might be, I don't know how important these four will turn into. Maybe they'll be, Arche I feel like is the most important of them because they focus more on her, like a little bit on her story compared to the other ones and her special ability. So I don't know if she's going to end up having a connection with Momon there. Or the way they focused on them more, I feel like maybe they'll kind of be like equivalent to like a Henry and them and become like partners or whatever.
Yeah.
And then everyone else will die.
Probably. I mean, they stand no chance.
This is all they're like. Our audience is like, "What are you all doing that for? Money?" Well, that was a stupid question.
We want money.
It's like, oh, okay, that's why you're mercenaries, because that's not common for mercenaries to be in it for the money. They all have like no other answers. They're all just like, money, 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 money. Give me the gold, baby. Especially when they got paid like 150 gold straight up before doing the job.
I take it and just leave. I come up disguised and get another free 150 gold. Oh, I would also like to take this adventure. It's not the same me as before.
Like walk out of it. Like right as everyone starts leaving, just jump out the back of the caravan. Just I got my gold.
I'll catch up later. Gotta use the bathroom.
And the only reason they're saying is like they get bonus gold based on what they find, but you don't get bonus gold if you die.
Right.
So you just take it, you go, and you're good. But I do want to say this is starting off a little more interesting to me than the last arc we just got done with. At least we have more characters that have had big roles and are coming into like, you got the princess involved, you got the two kingdoms.
Right.
And then we got a little bit of Brain, Stronov again, who characters, I like Stronov, so more of him is always good to me.
The thing for me is like, where does it like all connect, right? I mean, obviously it's around Nazarick, but like, for example, the last arc we just got through, this episode, there was nothing brought up of it, no mention of it. It just felt like it was nothing. And then we get introduced to a bunch of this. Okay, I think I've actually just realized what it is. From season like Overlord 2 to now, it feels like just a bunch of individual stories. It's like here's the lizard story.
The lizards, right? Yeah. They're connected now, and then we're going to another story, and eventually we'll connect those stories, right?
Yeah, but like,
they're kind of leaving them like incomplete, is how it feels. Like the Carne Village feels like it's not done quite yet, right? And we're going to eventually come back to it.
Yeah,
it's like
I'm just surprised
in a video game, I guess.
You spend 4 episodes on this village arc, or this Carne attack, whatever you want to call it, and then the episode after it finishes, there's nothing brought up of it. I thought maybe we'd get a little. I mean, we got Dimir saying he has a plan. Yeah, well, no shit. Doesn't really help me if you just say, "Hey, I have a plan," but we're not gonna say it. I don't know. There's just something missing for me.
The payoff.
Right. I mean, they just focus so much on a bunch of I don't want to say random, but from what it looks like, a bunch of random characters. I feel like if any other anime did this, people would hate it. I don't know. Like, I feel like if a popular anime just started randomly showing a different, well, it's not a different story, but like focus so much on characters that don't seem to be super prevalent. I don't know. I don't understand. There's something missing where it's it's hard to describe. But yeah.
Got it. You want to jump to the scores?
Sure.
I'll go first. I can give it like 6.5. To me, like, besides like all these characters at the end, some of the other ones that we know who have been somewhat important to the story are getting involved again. This stuff's a little more interesting to me. I feel like the empires are more important than a small town village, right? Because the empires are the ones that actually have control of this world, which are the ones that are going to be really the main conflict with Nazarick as a whole. So as long as we can focus on the big overarching stuff of this world instead of the minor arcing stuff of the world, like even if Carne Village ends up important in like some war to make Nazarick important or whatever, at the end of the day, it's a small town that doesn't matter as much as a great country. So long as we can focus more on the kingdoms, to me, that's a little better. I'm more interested in like Princess Renner and Stronov than I am goblins. And bad CGI and lizard sex. Makes me sound like a human elitist, but
um, I'll give it like a 5.5, 6-ish. I mean, it was fine. It wasn't anything spectacular. I still feel it weird. They're just keeping us in the dark about this plan. Like, at least it. I don't know. It's just strange to be like, we have a plan, and then that's it. No like hints to what it could be. It's just we have a plan. It's like obviously you have a plan. We already knew that. I already mentioned like the whole just ignoring what happened the previous 5 episodes. Not even a small mention of it just is strange to me. Like every arc now, I just get skeptical. Cause like I'm like, is this gonna be worth it? Like, what's the point of this? Like after the lizards, after the goblins, it's like, okay, what's gonna be the significance of this team going there and getting wiped? Well, I mean, that I could see is to influence Nazarick, right?
Yeah.
But like, what? This is where I don't get. Do they want influence by power? Do they want influence by politics? Is it a combination of both? Because the way it's presented, it's through power, right? They're gonna go there and get destroyed. Why not just siege an entire major city? Would that not spread your name faster and quicker through basically the same way?
I guess it's more about worry over the people that can control their the Guardians.
Yeah, but he wants his name spread. If he didn't want to alert them, he'd be low key all the time. But he like wants his name out there. That's like the whole thing. There's something this is the thing that's missing. It's like if they would have explained the plan, that probably would have solved my issue. I just want to know why they're doing this. Well, I understand why, but I'm like, what's the key reason for doing this?
Yeah, like it always feels like.
Or why are they taking this approach?
Season, the second half of the seasons, or the second arc of the seasons, are always the more important arcs. They just always start with like this lesser arc that never has like a true payoff. Like the lizards still have yet to have a payoff in my mind. The who knows when we'll get the payoff for Carnage Village.
It's also the whole. I don't know if you were to ask someone who's the main character of this show by watching this season, I don't even know if they could tell you. Well, I mean, they'd obviously guess Ainz, but like the whole like when they go away from the main character for a long time, it doesn't seem like the story's focused around him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It kind of it's like we'll go over here, we'll go over here, we'll go over here. He'll pop up here for 10 seconds. Oh well. I've voiced my opinion. I am done voicing my opinion.
You have.
That's
and you
it.
shall be smited. All right. On to that does it for our review.
On to the spiel. Let's move it.
As always, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought of the episode we did. Didn't like we'd score it. Anything like that. Again, no spoilers, confirming denying theories, as we are anime viewers only and plenty others are. So have a podcast going. Episode 2 is out. Sure, check that out. It's called We Be Talking. Streamer at twitch.tv. Links in the description below. Along with social media. And until next time, peace out.
See ya.